Today, we're going to be diving into a service called Triple Moon Goddess. It's offering a really interesting take on personal astrology, and it's positioning itself as a much deeper alternative to the traditional horoscopes that, well, we all know.
So let's just start with a question that I think most of us have probably asked ourselves at some point. Are horoscopes really just for fun? You know, we've all done it. Scanned our daily horoscope in an app or a newspaper, maybe hoping for a little bit of guidance, or hey, maybe just for a little entertainment to kick off the day.
But what if that's not quite enough? This service, Triple Moon Goddess, is really built on this exact feeling. They capture it perfectly in their own words. Quote, "It was fun, but it never showed the whole truth." And that right there, that sets the stage for everything they're trying to offer.
So let's jump into our first section and see how they build on this idea, beyond the horoscope.
Okay, so the core idea here, the entire premise, is that they're tapping into that feeling that your daily horoscope just doesn't capture the whole you, that it's missing that real personal depth.
So if the generic daily horoscope is the problem, what's their solution? Well, that brings us to their main concept, a personalized archetype.
All right, so what is a natal archetype? According to their materials, it's a completely personalized reading that's based on the specific positions of the planets, the houses, and the aspects at the exact moment you were born. The whole idea is that this creates a totally unique astrological blueprint just for you.
And this is where they really draw the line in the sand. Horoscopes, they're framed as just entertainment, something that maybe doesn't give you the whole truth. But the natal archetype, that's presented as a sacred map, a powerful tool for personal transformation. That's a huge shift in purpose, right? Moving from just a casual read to something you actively use for self-development.
So, if it's a map, where is it supposed to take you? Well, let's look at what they promise you'll find: your superpowers and kryptonite.
The first big promise is that this super personalized reading is going to help you clearly see your superpowers. You know, your natural strengths and talents, the things you can really lean into.
And, of course, on the other side of the coin, it also promises to help you identify your kryptonite. We're talking about your inherent challenges, your struggles, or maybe those reoccurring patterns that just keep holding you back.
Now, the really crucial point here isn't just about making a list of good traits and bad traits. As their own material says, the whole purpose is not to judge myself, but to grow. So the entire framework is designed around using this self-awareness for actual personal development. So how does that growth actually happen? Well, the service gives you some real tools. It's not just about getting your personalized archetype reading. They also give you journal prompts that are specifically designed to help you work through what you've learned and really make that transformation happen. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit so we can understand where this one offering fits into the bigger picture. We're going to look at the Triple Moon platform as a whole. When you go to their website, you see that the Natal archetype isn't just some standalone product. No, it sits inside a whole suite of services, like tarot and oracle readings, all backed up by the usual testimonials and about pages. This isn't just about one reading. It's about creating an entire spiritual services brand. And what's really clear from the way the website is laid out is that this Natal archetype reading isn't just one service among many. It seems to be positioned as the main front door, the primary entry point. The free offer is right there, front and center, and it's clearly designed to draw you into their world. And this brings us to our final section, which really ties everything together nicely: your sacred map. This quote is really the heart of their entire message. Your chart isn't entertainment, it's a sacred map. They are very explicitly trying to shift the conversation away from casual fun and towards something deeper, a profound tool for self-discovery. So, how do they get you to start reading this sacred map of yours? Well, the service directly invites you to start the journey with a free reading, which of course removes that first hurdle for anyone who's feeling a little curious. And that invitation is crystal clear. It all comes down to their most prominent call to action, a simple button that just says, "Click here, free natal archetype reading." It's the direct, final step in their whole pitch.
Which leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. When you consider your own path, is your life's chart a map that's meant to be read? Or is it a story that's still being written? Is it a blueprint you're supposed to follow, or a blank page you get to fill?